Are we live? Hello, everybody. Okay, we are live. What's up? Hello, everybody. This is John Milton. You may notice some differences here in my appearance. I recently had some plastic surgery, friends, and I'm a little swollen, so that's how I look this way. But I had added a beard to my repertoire here, and so that's what's happening. Um, I can't see where you guys are responding. So let me see if I can find the group. What's up? Obviously, I'm kidding. I am not John Melton. This is Ferny Ceballos. I am filling in for John. John is not going to be joining us here today. He had an emergency come up, but we did not want to disappoint. I know today's topic on how to create viral, faceless, silent reels is something that all of you are highly interested in. So let me just make sure that I can find. I think we're in my Lifestyle Academy. So I'll look for that group. Uh, there we go. You're live. Where is this? Trying to find us in the group. Desi, I don't see it. I don't see myself in the group, but maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. Maybe it's under events. All right. Okay, great. I got the link here. Okay, guys. There we go. All right, drop me number one in the chat if you guys can hear me or see me, guys. I know we're doing a broadcast. Oh, there's the group link. Apologize for the technical difficulties. Just want to make sure everything's working properly. Okay, I see what's happening. Got it. Cool. Awesome, guys. So I'll be monitoring chat. I know we're broadcasting in multiple spaces. We're broadcasting to John's page and also into the My Lifestyle Academy group, and who knows where else we'll be going. But what is up? I appreciate the interaction. I actually can't see how many people are on, but I can't see some of the comments in the feed. So appreciate the opportunity to be training here today. Again, like I said, I am not John Melton. I was just kidding. I did not have plastic surgery. This is Ferny Ceballos. If you don't know who I am, I'm the co-founder of attractionmarketing.com. John and Nadia and I have been really great friends over the better part of almost 10 years now. And really, I mean, John was an OG, and Nadia were OG students of our community back when it was known as magnetic sponsoring. And so if you want to know how John got turned on and John and Nadia got turned on to building online and using social media, well, I guess we're partly to blame. Because John went through a lot of our training, my training, my mentors training, and many others that were our students or students who are students. And ultimately, obviously they created the monster brand and business that they've created as a result of knowledge from different people in the online space. But essentially, I am a representative carrying a legacy because it was my mentors, Mike Dillard and Tim Irway, who actually unleashed this social media and an attraction marketing powerhouse in the network marketing space for the first time back in 2005. That's right, 2005. And one of my mentors has actually been building network marketing business online since 1999. So check that out. So building online is not new. It might seem new, and definitely if you're part of John and Nadia's community and My Lifestyle Academy or on their team, you very well are familiar with all these social media strategies and stuff that they've innovated, such as the ATM group. And I'm just really honored to always have had a great relationship with them. They speak at our events, and we'll be talking about some opportunities for you guys to get additional training from not just John and Nadia and not just myself, but some powerhouse 6 and 7 figure earners in the network marketing space who are building 100% online using social media, but not just that, as we're going to talk about, there is a special opportunity in 2024 that has never existed in network marketing before. The things that were considered not duplicatable, but extremely powerful when it comes to creating leverage and systems is becoming more and more accessible. And I'm going to actually relate that to today's topic, which is on how to create viral, faceless, silent reels and convert prospects from those reels on autopilot. One part of today's training is going to be on content. The other part is going to be on automation, but they work together. And you're going to see this type of automation and creating this type of system. We're going to talk about again. There's nothing that's been more accessible from a technical standpoint. Back when I would first started as a student of the exact same community, and I'm now a partner and owner in, when I was a student of my mentors, Mike and Tim, um, I learned attraction marketing, and my background was I was building old school, and I'm a former engineer. Like my background is an aerospace engineer. I graduated from MIT, computer science, electrical engineering, USC graduate degree in electrical engineering, and I was in aerospace working on top secret space programs for the government, and I hated all of it, essentially for a lot of reasons I won't get into because I want to make sure that we do a lot of content here. But ultimately, I really struggled building offline, building the traditional way, home parties, home meetings. I was good at it initially, but my team didn't want to do it. And ultimately, them not willing to build the business because they're not wanting to is a problem, especially from a duplication standpoint. So I'm just making sure that everything's working here. And so, office, there we go. So that's what happened. Ultimately, I found attraction marketing, and back then it wasn't really social media based. There was basically strategies that required a lot of automation, a lot of tech setup. In fact, for me to do attraction marketing, for me to be able to generate leads and attract prospects to myself, and be able to back then we were building an email list because there was no social media audience to build. MySpace was starting to be used for attraction marketing, if you guys remember MySpace, but we really had to build a lot of our own. We had to build our own platform for lead generation, and I had to learn to program. I had to learn to program for that purpose. I was coding HTML and I was coding PHP and all these other three-letter, tech things that I'm sure you guys don't care about. So, doing attraction marketing back then was an extremely powerful strategy that offered a lot of leverage. It attracted people to you, but there was a technical hurdle. And then social media came on, and social media, uh, combined with attraction marketing principles, really made it more accessible. This type of building strategy for the masses in network marketing, and this is where the John and Nadia Meltons of the world were born. Many of our students who had gone through the training that we had before social media took those exact same principles and applied it to social media in the early to mid, 2010s. And that's where we saw an explosion. But obviously we've been building network marketing businesses online since 1999. Earliest was my mentor. But when it really became accessible and when it didn't require the technical build out, when all you could do is just have a social media profile on Facebook to start with, and that was your platform that you would use to connect and network with people, it really was a game changer. Topic number 5, do you agree social media has been a game changer for network marketers and network marketing? I just want to know you guys are engaged with me. Now, but even then, there are social media there's basically 3 ways to generate leads from social media. There's only 3 ways. If you guys can find a 4th way, I have a standing offer for not $100 that I'll give you if you can give me a 4th way of generating leads from social media. But essentially, the way number 1 is social engagement. This is the Gary V method, Gary Vaynerchuk. Basically, network your ass off, connect with other people on social media, and in combination with way number 2, which is content marketing. You put out content on social media, you comment, but you also interact on other people's content on social media, creating that engagement, building relationships, old school networking, but from an authentic standpoint. Those, number one was basically social engagement, and number two is content marketing. So putting out content that not only is seen by your audience, but there's a special kind of content marketing that's designed to attract people not through one-on-one interactions. That's what social engagement is. Social engagement is one-on-one interaction. You can call it networking, but content marketing, not just to your audience, but content marketing to a cold audience is the second way of doing attraction marketing and attracting leads to you from social media and even beyond social media. So back in my day when we're going uphill both ways, that type of thing. We had a strategy that was a content marketing strategy, only basically a couple strategies. One was article marketing. We would write articles, and the article marketing thing is going to make sense for what I'm going to share with you here today. Article marketing is because back then video wasn't a big thing. Hosting video was really expensive. So what we would do as a free way of attracting people to us is we create articles, kind of like a blog post, very, very similar content that get published on all these other websites. There were literally thousands of article websites that you can publish your content on for free, or even a little bit of money, and have your content be shown to people you don't know, to a cold audience. The search engines would pick up this content and would, it basically would pop up on the search engines for keywords that your prospects might be, typing into Google. Who remembers those days? Give me the word article if you guys remember those article marketing days. If you were around, that's cool too. so so that was a very powerful strategy because you can basically, with a click of a button, publish articles on 1,000 websites, and then some of those articles would get picked up by the search engines on Google. I think Yahoo back then, and I think whatever was the predecessor to Bing, and all of a sudden people would read those articles, kind of like you go to a news site and read an article or read something like that, but we're the publisher and it costs us nothing to publish that content. And then people would read the article, and then there's a call to action at the end of that article. There's a call to action, which is come to my website, and then they would join my email list. And at that point, I can sell them whatever I want. I can offer them whatever I want. They become one of my prospects. So that's the brief summary. And there's always been, for as long as I can remember, YouTube marketing. YouTube is another way of reaching a cold audience through content marketing. And you can publish a video, and eventually, so some people will see the video that you've never seen. It might start ranking for certain keywords in the search engine, start ranking for certain keyword searches on Google, on YouTube as well. And so that was a way for that, and it's still a way for people to see your content and people you don't know. And then people would have to obviously see that. They click on a link, they go to your website where they can join your email list. And you would need to build a funnel for that. So the requirement was you needed to have something called a funnel. And you've all been through a funnel if you're part of this community. If you ever registered your name and email phone number in exchange for something free, like some sort of lead magnet, some sort of PDF, a video training of some kind for free. If you ever registered for that, that's what a funnel is. And then afterwards, there's some sort of offer that's made for a retail product or maybe for booking a call. And so that's what we use. We use funnels back then. And again, this is relevant for my topic. I'm not just giving you a history lesson. Um, but that type of content marketing was, it was a little bit time intensive because you got to write an article and you got to make sure that the article is actually well done and well written, that it's actually going to be interesting to your potential prospects who find that article, whatever the topic may be on, whether that article is about, losing weight or reducing inflammation or essential oils or whatever it is. So that what for a long time, our content marketing was basically that. And Facebook didn't really have a way of doing content marketing unless your content went viral. And viral means it's shared by your friends, and then then those people sorry. Basically, if you produce a piece of content, it would be shared by your friends would say, "Oh, this is really good. I'm going to share it with my audience." And then those people would share it with their audience, and then those people would share it with their audience. So viral growth really meant it had to go through other people. So that was how sometimes some of your content on social media would be shared virally, and so that's what going viral meant. It was a viral growth, kind of like a virus. And so But that's pretty much what we were limited to with social media. Something didn't go viral until until people shared it. And that's where TikTok obviously changed the game. TikTok made it possible for new people with zero audience to publish content and have that content be shown to people we've never met and that are not our current followers. And if those people like that content, if they engage with that content, then it's shown to more people. The platform decides to show it to more people. And then the platform is also trying to figure out who to show it to in a targeted way. You guys following me? Type the word TikTok in the chat if you guys are following me so far. Even if you don't like TikTok, doesn't matter. Type TikTok. All right. So then TikTok goes, wow, this is getting a lot of engagement. People are really liking this content. So then it shows it to more people. It showed it to a few thousand people. And then if those few thousand people like it and comment, engage with it, share it, etc., save it, then TikTok, there's basically 5 levels. There's, as far as I last time I checked, there were 5 levels of content moderation, where it's the platform deciding if your content gets shown to more people, not your followers. Your followers don't have to decide, oh, I want to share this with other people, and then that's what goes viral. It's not viral growth through other people. It's the platform deciding, I'm going to share this with more people. And that's the reason Gen Zers and millennials and I forget what the other generation is, young people. That's the reason they latched onto it. Is because they all of a sudden can grow an audience without having to go through their friends, without their friends judging their content. And that's what put TikTok on the map. And the response to TikTok on Facebook and Instagram was Reels. So Reels is now a powerhouse on both Facebook and Instagram. And so this is the first time we've had a content marketing strategy. Remember, I said there were 3. A content marketing strategy that was as leveraged as this is. This is more leveraged than article marketing. This is way more leverage than YouTube marketing. And what does leverage mean? It means I can get more for less work. I don't have to spend an hour, an hour writing an article and then publishing it. Reading for me, writing an article was like actually multiple hours, because I always wanted to make sure that content was solid. With a reel or a TikTok, a 5-second, 7-second, 15-second video, that can become something that can go viral and be shown to potentially millions of people. And so there's never been anything like it. And I'm not here to sell you on Reels or TikTok. I'm more just explaining what the opportunity has been over the past few years. And so that's so content marketing is the third. The second. The third way of generating attracting prospects to you using attraction marketing is advertising. And that's my favorite way because it's fully automated. So just short, like basically before, really, in terms of a viable content marketing strategy or a viable marketing strategy for attracting prospects to you, you had to either really hustle, be crazy good and super consistent at creating content, and maybe it'll picked up eventually by the search engines or YouTube, and then advertising, which is my favorite because it's fully automated. And I'm not here to talk about advertising. Maybe next week. Well, I'm actually going to do another training for you guys in a couple weeks, so maybe we can talk about advertising and what that could look like, because it's my favorite, especially when it pays for itself, because then it becomes free advertising. But second to the, like now, like there wasn't even a second close. So like in terms of fully automated and doing advertising, there wasn't anything even close to being as leveraged as advertising, because content marketing was very time intensive as well, and so is social engagement. So, and how many of you guys have actually been engaging or creating content on social media and have struggled to get traction, either in the past or currently? Give me a number 7 in the chat. Let me know that I'm speaking to the right audience. Because Reels and TikTok, but I'm going to focus on Reels today, has really changed the game, because basically for less effort than we used to have to do for content marketing, we can get more in terms of results, more visibility, more exposure, more prospects being attracted and following our channels on Instagram, Facebook, and if you're using TikTok. There's just never been anything like it. And it's kind of crazy. And the whole thing has evolved as well. Like it keeps changing. And also the platforms are creating different rules. So the platforms are making sure that as much as possible maintain a good user experience. So that's the reason in the past you can say, hey, if you like my content or if you want to learn more about this, go to link in bio, go to my link in bio and click on a link. Well, now TikTok and Reels are not allowing, or they're not that they don't allow it, they're just not going to promote your content if you're saying the words link in bio or if they detect anything like link in bio or anything like that. So they don't want you to be promoting your link within your content. They're not going to promote your content. So you can post your content. Won't get any visibility. So that creates a dilemma because the primary way that influencers and people that were marketing on Reels and TikTok was through attracting people, putting out content that was very easy to put together, 15-second videos or less, and they were pumping them out. And then if they were marketing something, they're not just influencers, but they're actually marketing or promoting something like a network marketer, let's say your company's product. Then if somebody is interested in buying your product because they see that you demonstrated the product and you're sharing it gets great results, then and we'll talk about what good content can look like in just a moment. But now when you couldn't just send people to link in bio anymore because that actually causes the algorithm to suppress your content. So it's like, all right, what do I do now? Because that like having a link in bio makes it really easy because then people can click on a link. They can click on a link in like a milkshake link or a link tree link and book a call with you, or just buy your product outright if your product is available. Send a direct link to your product, and all of a sudden you're generating a bunch of customers. And social media for network marketing is best used for generating customers as a first step, because essentially what that equates to is you're building a warm market of customers, of people that like your product. If it's a good product and they're getting a good experience, getting great results, you're building an ever growing warm market of customers. That's the reason, John and Nadia have been so successful because of their focus on customer volume. And so they were really one of the big innovators that like in the switch in the mindset from more traditional network marketing. More traditional network marketing focuses on the opportunity, and especially on social media, people kind of like have their guard up, where they don't want to be scammed, but they're used to buying products on social media. They're used to seeing something demoed and going, that looks pretty cool, I want that, or that produces an interesting result, let me get that. And so that's what so leading with the product on social media is a very effective strategy because it helps you not only grow your audience, an ever growing warm market, but a warm market of buyers, a warm market of people that are willing to take out their wallet, their credit card, and pay to improve a certain area of their life. And so if you guys are wondering, like what are the best prospects? Your best prospects are always going to come from your warm market. But if it's not your person, if it's a warm market that you basically cultivated yourself, and it doesn't come with the baggage of your friends and family, and also they become fans of the product, and they become fans of you because you've served them and helped them and provided great customer support, it gives the credibility to your company. And so then they're like, the only thing left when you invite them when you invite them to take a look at the business, if they want to make extra income, would be, well, can I do this too, is the question, right? And so there's fewer dominoes you have to knock over to convert that customer if you know how to convert that customer effectively. So again, I'm not going to talk or train on how to convert customers into business builders. I'm sure John, Nadia already provide some great training on that. And their top enrollers are enrolling customers first, especially those without previous experience in network marketing. And so that should be a clue, right? No, but then if you can't say link in bio in your reels, go to my link in bio and you get the product there, or you check out my link in bio and you can, see what I use or whatever the call to action is. That's a problem. So how many have you wondered? It's like, well, okay, well, how many of you have tried to like have a link in bio, type link in bio in the chat if you have a link in your bio on either Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, and are using that tool to refer people to your customer, to your company product, or anything there. Let me see. because that obviously you see everywhere, like people have some sort of link in their bio. Now, but that link in bio is now people aren't going to see it as much because you can't have a call to action. So the switch that happened over the past year or so is that people started saying, instead of link in bio, they're like, okay, I can't refer people to my link in bio where they can just buy on their own. That's an obstacle. So what do I do? Well, the switch happened is the turns out the platforms are perfectly fine with you saying comment a certain word or comment this in the chat. So you encouraging engagement in the chat is actually something they're perfectly fine with, at least so far. And so that's what people started doing. They started saying comment. Let's say if I'm doing a video about, feeling really tired and foggy in the morning, and I'm just not uh I'm not sharp as I used to be or whatever, and then I share that I'm taking some nootropics or some supplements that are really helping me, elevate my game and be sharp for work or for business or whatever. And um and then I just say, hey, if you want to know the protocol I use, or if you want to know the products I'm using, or if you want to know what nootropics I take in the morning to help, wake me up and be sharp for work, drop the word protocol in the chat, or drop the word supplements in the chat. And then all of a sudden, poof, all these people, especially if the video is going viral. So now you're not doing anything in the video that is suppressing it because you're not using link in bio. You're actually, the call to action is just to comment in the video. So now the platforms are seeing a lot of engagement for every few people that we show the content to. There's a lot of engagement because a bunch of people are commenting. That then tells the platform, hey, show this to more people. People are commenting. And then those people that are shown to will also comment, and then they engage with it, and then it gets shown to more people. And so now the call to action to comment and engage, or like Stacy says, sleep. That's your call to action. Sleep. If your message is about improving your sleep, then that's call to action. And then so now what you're doing when you do that type of call to action is you're causing people in your content to engage with it. They're not just watching it and go, oh, that's interesting information. Cool. They're going, oh, wow, that's really interesting. But then you're leaving a part out. The part that you're leaving out is, what's the product or information that you're using to get that benefit. So almost like the reel has become this like hook, where the reel is not just content, it's more hook. And then the real most valuable piece of information is actually going to be something that they get if they take the call to action that you want them to take, which is to drop the word comment or sleep or any of that stuff. Type the word comment in the Facebook Live in the chat if this is something that you've used or tried to do in your business yourself. This is all going somewhere. So now it's like you might be going, well, Fernie, that's cool, that's interesting. I've heard about this before. I've seen people do this, but the question is, my videos don't go viral, and in fact, I don't really like being on video, and I'm kind of like shy, or whatever it is. So type the word video if you've been resisting doing reels, or resisting being on the reels, or even when you do reels and you have been doing reels, you're a bit shy, you're a bit apprehensive, and certainly type the word video if you've struggled with getting traction with your reels. So I want to give you guys a formula to follow that basically for your reels content doesn't require you to say anything. It doesn't even require you to be in the video necessarily. It helps if you're in the video. It helps if people can see your face and that you're a real person, but it's not required. And so it's a silent, potentially faceless, viral reel format. And this has worked extremely well for some of our students. And in fact, and not only for our students, it's one thing to go, well, Fernie, your top earner students who are 6 and 7 figure earners, of course, they'll be able to do something like that. They're top earners. Like they can do anything. They're superheroes. They're like, well, one, they're not superheroes. They're regular people. Trust me. I poke them when I visit them, and I poke them really hard, and they do go ouch. So they are real people and they feel pain. So, and But not only are they getting results, their teams are getting results. Like people in their downline are basically modeling this strategy, and it's causing videos to go crazy viral. So videos that where you don't have to talk, videos where you don't have to even show your face in some cases, and they go viral. And I'm talking about not just, 10,000 views. I've seen videos that have gone millions of views using the format that I'm going to share with you. And currently the leaders that are students and then the leaders on their teams are generating upwards of hundreds of sales from Reels alone. On what platform alone? Like this can work on Reels, it could work on TikTok, and it even works, and it definitely works on Instagram. But where I've seen this used the most is on Instagram, and generating hundreds of customers a month, and then of course building a community from those customers, and then converting those customers into team members. And so how do they do that? So what do they actually do? I'm going to give you the formula, and then I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to go deeper and actually learn from some of these leaders, and see what exactly they're doing, to see examples of what they're doing. Right now, I do not have permission to show. Here's an example of one of the leaders, because obviously they're kind of like want to hang on to the secret for as long as possible and exactly what they're doing. There's a whole competitive thing, but we've convinced one leader to actually share this and train as much of you guys as possible, and I'll show you what that opportunity looks like. But I'm going to explain at a high level, because no one can trademark, or copyright a process, or they can, but they haven't done it. So I'm going to give you a process to follow that you can implement. You guys ready? Type the word process in the chat if you guys want me to walk you through what do you have to do in these reels. All right. You guys ready? All right. Number one. So B roll. Write this down. B roll. B dash ROLL. B roll video is a term that's very common in the video production community. It's basically just random video, or like if you're at an event, just record video of people like dancing, hugging, talking, hanging out, working. Like it's just B roll. So basically, you can record. You want to record B roll of yourself doing something. So if I want to record B roll of myself right now talking to you guys, I would set up a video, or a phone right here on the side, and just record myself just from the side or from the back doing a training, talking to you guys, engaging with you all in chat. And so, or I've seen somebody record their feet walking. They're just walking and recording themselves, doing that. I've seen B-roll of someone recording themselves on their phone like this. It's like it literally almost doesn't matter what the video is. It's almost like basically the video that you're recording is kind of like a background to the message, because all the content in this type of reel is actually on the video and in the description. Just follow me that. So you record B-roll, and you record just like a quick 15-second maximum video of you doing random things, or of your feet doing random things, or of like the beach, and you just pan, or whatever beautiful scenery you have in front of you. Like it literally, basically almost doesn't matter. Now you can also record some B-roll of you just looking at the camera, nodding your head or whatever. Um, you don't even have to do the pointing thing where I have to figure out like where do you have to point so the bubbles pop up. You don't have to do that. You just record yourself doing this, or record yourself doing this, or record yourself doing something else, and like someone's just capturing it. Let's say your spouse capturing you working. Record yourself walking, right? Like literally just about anything, but whatever. So you can get creative, and you've probably seen some things, some reels that are like this. So that's number one. You need B-roll, and you just record random video. You don't, because it's going to be a background. The video, the actual video doesn't even need to communicate anything, which is kind of crazy. Here's the other thing: the rest of the content is going to be overlaid on top of the video. And I've seen some of these viral videos where it's like going back to article marketing or blog post marketing, blog marketing. It's literally, they basically write the content on the video. Type the word content. If you've seen videos where people are writing content over the video where you can't even see what's behind the video, or you can't even see is in the video, or you only see parts of the video because they put content all layered over the top of the video. So that's what they're doing. And so that's the first thing I want to share with you: the structure of the content. I'm going to tell you what they put in the content, but they're just putting content on top of the video, and then they're putting a lot of content inside the description or the caption of the video. So if you guys know, every reel or every TikTok thing comes with a little thing that shows you in the video where there's some text, and when you click on that, it like expands the text, and you actually, depending on, you can actually put a lot of content in there. So people will click on it, and it expands the text. And so essentially what you can do now with reels is you can write little mini articles where half of the article shows up on the video. It's read. People are not watching the video, they're reading the video. And then there's some sort of call to action where there's more information available for them in the description of the video or the caption of the video. And so now they expand the text, and they can actually read more content. So it's kind of crazy. This whole idea of article marketing is now being used. Article marketing's kind of been dead for a long time. I mean, has been blog marketing, which is essentially the same thing, but it's on your website, and it takes a lot of work to rank your content. And there's sites where you can publish content, but it's not getting picked up like search engines like article marketing used to. So article marketing is kind of dead, but now it's made a resurrection, because now it's being used inside of reels, getting hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views. I have a student right now who just launched her funnel or her Instagram 30 days ago, and already has had multiple videos get views of 300,000, 500,000, 700,000, and even 1 million views on her channel in such a short period of time. It used to be that publishing reels content, maybe one or two out of every 100 reels that you publish actually pick up some steam and actually kind of go viral, kind of maybe 100,000 or whatever. Well, for her, it's about like 1 out of every 10 videos that you publish kind of goes crazy viral, using this strategy where it's basically converting a reel into a little mini article. It's not even the type of articles that I used to publish. I used to spend hours writing these articles. And if you guys go to our website, attractionmarketing.com, you go to our blog, and you see some of the content on the blog, like those examples, and that content's long, because we want to give a lot of value. We want to teach real meaty stuff. These articles don't need to be like that. I'd say about like these articles inside of these videos, some of them can be like 5 paragraphs, and it's really good content. That's the other thing. And so the content has to be good. And so now it's basically people are reading your video. So they read your video, and then they go, oh, that's interesting. And then there's more to read in the caption. So they like click and expand it, and then they read there, and they're scrolling. And then there's a call to action at the end of that, so on how they can get more information on how to solve this problem or whatever. And then they comment. So imagine the platform, Reels or Instagram or TikTok, going, when they're evaluating what reels to push to more people and to eventually go viral, they're looking at the views, they're looking at the engagement, meaning people are like, interacting with the video. They're clicking on they're expanding the caption, they're commenting. If it's really helpful information, they're saving it. So they're saving the information, or they're maybe sharing it with somebody else, or they're following the person creating that content. So those are the things that kind of add to their point system, their mysterious point system that cause them to push the content. So the thing is optimized. When you're creating these article reels, these like basically faceless, sometimes you can make them faceless. I recommend not make the faceless. I recommend actually be in the video in some way, shape, or form that makes it more personal. It actually helps with conversions from what I've seen. But if you don't want, if you got to be faceless in the beginning just to like test it out, you can literally cover your entire face or anything in the video with just text. So that's number one, or not number one, number 2 or number 3. I forget. I lost track. So let's just recap. So you could do reels with B-roll, and like literally record anything, your dog walking, and then because it's just a background to the article that you're publishing. And so now you're putting articles, and it basically the articles is split into two pieces: the part that's in the video, and then the part that's in the caption. So type the word type I can do this in the chat. If you can write content, if you prefer to write content over recording a video of yourself talking or doing something or pointing or dancing or whatever, like type the word type I can do this in the chat if you believe that you can write 5 paragraphs of content to market your business on social media. And because that's all basically that's the primary thing you're doing, recording random things around you, random things, your feet when you're walking, like it's kind of ridiculous, like the type, because it's just a background. It's like almost like a live action background, but we're reading the text on the video. And then the text is actually extremely helpful and extremely interesting to the people that are engaging with it. And that's the main thing. It's like we have B-roll. I explained that it's basically an article, but then how do you structure the article? So I have some notes here that I'll bring up. I'm gonna give you the exact structure that I'm seeing repeated over and over again in these viral reels that basically allow you to become a badass reels marketer. Let me see. There it is here. I have it here. So to become a badass reels marketer, you just need to learn to write. So if you guys can write, type I can do this in the chat, because this is what really the hard work, the most of the time is going to be the hard work. It's not really that hard. It's going to be spent on the writing part. And I'm going to give you the structure. You guys write it down, because I only can do this verbally because I'm not allowed yet to share examples of what our students are doing, but I'm going to give you an opportunity to actually get live training from somebody that's actually doing this, who grew our channel by 50,000 people in a matter of 30 days. And then somebody else in our community has done that from zero to getting millions of views on multiple videos in under 30 days. And so it's really cool to see. And so I'm going to give you guys an opportunity as to how you can learn from these folks directly and see all their examples and reverse engineer what they've been doing. But I reverse engineered what they were doing. I've been working with our community, our students in attraction marketing, to deploy this in their business, and it's really, really cool. All right, so here it is. The first thing that your video needs to have, and you've probably seen some of what I'm going to share with you. You've probably seen, oh yeah, I know what he's talking about. Wait until the end. Wait until I finish everything. If you think you know what I'm going to talk about, like a little humility, and then I'll tell you. So what the first thing is overlaid. The first thing they're reading in the video across the top is you need to have a very compelling hook. A hook is something where you're conveying, you're communicating to your target audience that about their problem, their fears, what result, their desires that they want, or their dream. So you're basically creating a hook, letting people know what your article or your reel is about, and what's in it for them. So that's what a hook is. It's basically a title, much like a blog post has a title. Well, you need to give your reel or your real article, a title. And that's what a hook is. So letting people first know what is it they're going to learn and benefit from. That's number one in terms of the structure. And so it's the biggest, boldest thing in the video. All right. And that's across the top. The next thing is you want to relate to your target audience. So you want to dive into either through your own story, which is the most effective, sharing your own story in the article about a result, a place you used to be that was negative, and then how you were able to turn it around. And then obviously, the solution is something that they're going to have to, respond to you to get. But describe the problem to your target audience that you were experiencing, or just the problems that people experience in that target audience. So and that's pretty much it. It's like your story of struggle. We like to call it a story struggle. So we have a story structure where when you're sharing a transformational story or some sort of hero's journey story. You start with the hook, but then you share your story of struggle, how that and the story of struggle contains like what problems did you have, how did those problems impact your life or make things worse, and then that fact that you found a solution, so that the story transitions from finding a solution, and then now you have gotten certain results as a result of finding the solution, and then this is how your life is better as a result of those results, and then there's a call to action. That's a very famous marketing story structure that you might have heard about. So this is very similar. So you got the hook, then you want to tell a story or describe it's a short stories. There's not a lot of area to write. So you want to describe the problems of your target audience or tell your story in a way that is basically sh- telling them about the problems you used to have that your target audience is also having. So this is I don't have time to go into like what a target audience is and all that stuff, but it's like you're communicating to a certain type of person, and very likely when all is said and done, you're trying to get them to be interested in the product that you have that you're selling. Okay, so you're going to basically sharing your product transformation story and sharing it in different ways. But this is one way you describe the problems you were having in your story, and then is like if they want to see what you did to solve this problem, then tell them see caption for more info. And then you put a bunch of emojis with the hand pointing down. That's it. So now how much detail you give in terms of describing the problem and all that the problems in your story or just the problems of your audience. I've seen this done with both telling a story but also without telling a story and just going, "Hey, if you're struggling with this, you're probably dealing with these problems. If you want to know how to solve this, read the caption." I've seen that format and it can work also, but it's even more powerful when you're sharing in the form of your story because people really connect with your story. So, okay. So in the video itself, you have the hook, you have a description either through a story or just you just kind of spelling it out what some of the problems of your target audience as have been. And then if they want to see a solution or want to read a solution, they have to read the caption. Give me a number one in the chat if you guys are following me so far. And if you guys want to type some of these steps in the chat to help other people follow along that are more visual, then appreciate that. So that's it. So that's what goes in the video. Then what goes in the caption, and which is the description. I really have a problem with the name caption because there's other things in a video called captions, but never mind. I digress. It's a description. Well, how don't they just call it a freaking description? But people know it. These millennials know it as captions. So caption. So in the caption, uh, you basically you say in the caption that you then discovered a solution to the problem. So you're not saying what the solution was, or maybe you're vaguely describing what the solution is. Maybe it was some supplements. You kind of leave it at that, or some nootropics, or this cool tool, or whatever. But you don't say what exactly it is. You say then a friend shared with me blank, and then things completely changed, and then you share the results that you got. So you want to share what changed? What were the results that were different? What problems were solved? How are your results different? And more importantly than that, how is your life different as a result of you achieving these results? If that makes sense. And so again, it follows the structure, the time honored, true tested way of telling your story, which is hook, the story of struggle, which is about the problems and the impact of the problems in your life. That's what goes in the video. There's a call to action in the video at the bottom of the video, and then people open the caption, and then you immediately describe. Then I found this solution, or shared a friend shared this with me, and that's when things changed. I started getting these results, or I started seeing this, or I started losing weight, or I started feeling better. The brain fog cleared, or I started to, the pain started going away, diminishing, or whatever it is that happened. And then how did that impact your life? Like if you lose weight, what does that allow you to do? If you all of a sudden can think clearly and no longer foggy, what does it allow you to do? How does that impact your life? So it's the benefit of the benefit is the dream. So you want to describe not only that you found a solution, not only that you got results, but how did that impact your life? So that there you go. And then the final step, the final thing you got to do in the description, in the caption is, and I appreciate the comment, Teresa. Appreciate you're learning something. The final thing in the caption or the description is a call to action to comment a word, comment a certain word, protocol, supplements, uh, tools, strategy. Someone said they use sleep as a call to action. So comment a word of your choosing, and so that they can get either some sort of freebie, some sort of information, or even just the link to the products that you're using. So I know what many of our students like do something like protocol, and then they comment the word they have the call to action. Hey, comment protocol in the chat, and I'll send you the list of supplements I use to get this result. So then people go protocol, or strategy, or whatever the word is, sleep. And so now what happens is they respond to those comments. So that might sound kind of like, okay, Fernie, well, that sounds like work. Now I have to respond to all these people. These people are commenting because they actually want to be messaged. They actually want you to message them the information that you have promised to give them. And so they're commenting, but now you have to message them. So you got to message them the information. If it's like, say, links to your products, your protocol, which is your company products, then that's what you need to give them. But then it's like, but ideally you want to have an actual human conversation, not just like throw some links at them. You want to be able to like interact with them. You want to be able to like ask them questions and understand more about their situation, maybe, and so you want to like engage with your prospects beyond just sending them a link, because then that won't convert. So what I've seen is the people that actually ask questions and engage with the people that have requested more information get the better results, because there's an actual connection, and asking questions creates the motivation for them to want to do something about their situation. So that's a tip. But then that creates a lot of work, right? But it's a good problem to have. Too many prospects to talk to. Type the word too many in the chat if you want to have the problem of too many prospects to talk to, where it's like your inbox is blowing up. You can't keep up. You can't manage 101 different conversations all at once. But that's a heck of a lot better problem than having no one to talk to, right? so that creates this problem. It's a problem of success. And when you have problems of success, that's where we as a company and as a community really shine, because that's when you need systems and automation. That's when you need to leverage tools that help you solve higher level problems. Having too many prospects to talk to is a higher level problem. And one things I want to get to you guys' brains is that problems are not a bad thing. Problems, you got to look at problems, all problems in your life, like an opportunity. And when you have when you're working to kind of put together this type of content, article reels marketing for your audience, you're learning it, you're gonna like do it a few times, not get the result you're looking for, but it's a good problem to solve, because once you solve this problem, you're going to be moving on to a higher level problem, which is now the too many prospects to talk to problem. I like this problem better than this problem, but I got to solve this problem to create that opportunity for this problem, right? So problems are not a bad thing, and this is something that you need to own, like get it tattooed on your chest. I love problems, because problems create opportunities, and when you solve problems, it not only improves your life, but it leads to higher level problems. And you solve those problems, your life gets better, but then you have higher level problems, but your life continues to get better. So for every problem you solve at different levels, your life is improving, your business is improving. And at this point, the solution to this too many prospects to talk to problem is systems. And I don't have, I don't, I'm almost done here. I don't have time to go into what the systems look like, but I'll describe them, and then I'll let you know where you can learn in detail, get in detailed training as to how to deploy these systems. So right now, we at Attraction Marketing, I think we're the first in this industry, in this space, to start testing an AI messenger bot. So this is not like a mini chat bot. This is like next level. and it's an AI that actually you can train. I give it like literally 5 paragraphs of instructions, and I gave it about 6 articles of my content that I've written that basically is an overview of everything I know about attraction marketing. Eh, believe it or not, everything I know about attraction marketing can be summarized in 6 articles. So that's what I gave the AI sales bot. I actually, and it's like basically a tool, and I trained the AI not only in what we do and how we do it, which was actually 6 articles, so it has a knowledge base, but I also trained it on what it is I wanted to do. I want you to have conversations with my prospects in Messenger and Instagram and Facebook. Have conversations and get answers to these questions. So I trained the bot. Here's a question I want to get an answer to. I don't care how it doesn't ask the question exactly the way you give it, but it'll get the answer. And these are the questions you need to answer. And the reason I give it some questions for it to like get answers to from the prospect is because I know if a prospect answers the majority of these questions, it'll create the motivation for them to want to buy or take the next step. So I have a basically I train up my own. Now we have a bot that interacts with our content, and it's pretty cool. And I'll show you guys how you guys can actually I'll show you guys uh, when we do the next training. But basically, this bot will have a real life human conversation. It'll sound actually, I think it's actually better than a human being because the bot is, we've trained it to be super nice. We've trained it to be very patient. It doesn't need sleep, and it'll have full blown conversation. And the other person has no idea that they're talking to a machine, a bot, an AI, because it's gotten that good. And so now we have on an ongoing basis, we have an AI bot having conversations with anyone who comments on our content. And then it asks the questions and then sends them a link to whatever we want them to do next. It'll book a call. The bot will evaluate, is this for our business, because we're a training company, is this a network marketing leader? If so, oh well, we need to like have them just talk to somebody on our team. If this is somebody that's brand new, okay, we need to have them buy a product. But for your purposes, you can have basically a bot. Once you have too many prospects to talk to, you can have a bot that actually has conversations, that asks some questions, and then gives them a call to action. Okay, here's where you go download your thing, or here's where you can buy those supplements, or all of that stuff. If you love the idea of an AI doing the prospecting for you, type the word AI in the chat. It's pretty cool. And I was like, I was blown away. And it's actually, it sounds complicated when I say training the bot. I literally give it 5 paragraphs of what I want it to do, and then I gave it some content for it to learn about us. But the tool is already it's already trained to do sales, so it already knows how to do sales. It already knows how to influence people towards taking an action. And so now alternatively, you can have something like ManyChat respond to the comments and all that stuff, but ManyChat is not smart. So I would say if you have the prospects of the problem of too many prospects to talk to right now, then you can start off with ManyChat. You can get many. Someone could type ManyChat in the chat so people know what I'm talking about. That's a way of like responding to all the comments, and that's a system that solves that problem, kinda. But it's not going to have real conversations with people. But then you can have this other tool that's basically a full blown AI that it's not even hard to train. You do have to pay for it, but it's not hard to train. That now can have all the conversations simultaneously with as many people as come in, and it can have a high quality conversation. And I'll give you an example of how this helped us. So we get a lot of spam. There's a lot of network marketers spamming us. They like saying, "Hey, if you're interested in an opportunity, we're ground floor. If you want to get on the ground floor, a company's launching. Here's a link to go. Go get this, whatever." And the bot responds to those comments. It actually responds to spam, and it's actually very nice. It goes, it's very encouraging. "Oh, Mary, that's amazing. I'm so happy that you found an opportunity that fits you. That's really awesome. I'm really happy for you. And then the bot goes, just curious, how are you generating leads for your opportunity?" And then the person responds like, "Oh, well, we got this system and this system." And then the bot will go, Oh, that's amazing, Maria. That's awesome that you found something that's really working for you. So, is there something, what part of your business, if you could improve one area, what would you improve? Like, what would you like to get more of? And so the bot is always finishing every response with a question that's actually a sales question. And ultimately, we got some spammers to actually break down, because eventually, if you ask enough questions, even we found that the spammers, like real people spammers, not robot spammers, real people spammers, we got a few spammers to go. Actually, I'm not really getting a lot of success right now in my business. Yeah, this is all I'm trying to do. Like, I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm really struggling to get leads. So I was told by my upline to just send these messages to all these accounts, but I really am not getting a success. So the bot eventually asked so many questions that it caused the spammer to break down and go, "Yeah, I'm not really getting results." And then the bot goes, "That's totally understandable. I get it. I appreciate you sharing that with me. Hey, if I can show you a way to attract prospects to you so that you don't have to send messages to all these people, would you be open to doing that?" And then the person's like, "Yeah, I'd be open." And then the bot's like, "Well, here's what you can do." And then it gave them the information on what to do, like to buy our product or our training or whatever. And it was like amazing watching this conversation happen, where it turned spammers into prospects, into customers. It actually turned one spammer into a full blown student in our that signed up for our mentorship inside of our program. And it was like, these are sales that would not have happened if the bot wasn't doing it, because I have zero patience for spammers. Like, I would have just, at best, I will ignore the spammer. You don't want me in Messenger because I'm gonna like light them up, you know. And so, but the bot has the patience of an angel, and so it was really cool. So anyway, yeah. So spammer equals prospect. Even though I have no tolerance for spammers, the bot has tolerance for spammers, and it's super sweet, super nice. It really, and you can set it to how nice you want it to be, and we have ours of obviously patience of an angel. So anyway, so obviously that's a big tease, but the first problem you got to solve, which I already trained you guys on, is like how to go viral and get all these people commenting on your content. And that's basically creating these article reels, these potentially faceless but definitely silent, you don't have to say anything. And the thing is, you want to add some music. So if you see any content on Instagram that has gone viral, just save the music and use it in some of these reels. That's a If you want to find trending music, just find some viral content, save the music. It doesn't have to be like this type of content. Save the music and reuse it in this stuff. If you have the question about like, where do I find trending music? All right, guys. So I promised you guys an opportunity to learn more deeply about how these AI systems work, where you can get training on these AI systems and other systems. Because these type of when you solve these type of lower level problems, like how to create these reels, and now you have the problem of too many processes to talk to, well, you can definitely use ManyChat. You already have Now there's another solution to auto respond to people, but ManyChat is not smart. Maybe it'll be in the future, but it's not smart. It's not an AI yet. And so if you want to learn how we use AI in all aspects of what we do for attraction marketing to automate. The other thing that the AI does, I forgot to mention, is that in order to send them the information that they're requesting, it has to get their email address. So it's like, "Hey, Mary, I got your free list of protocols. I'm going to email it to you. What email address should I send it to?" And then they give their email address, and I can text you this information too. What what is your cell phone number? I'm going to text you directly to your phone right now this information as well. So now the AI bot is actually collecting a list of emails and phone numbers, and now you're building a list of emails and phone numbers without needing a funnel. That's the other thing I forgot to mention. I almost forgot that part, huh? So now you can literally build an email list and take people to build an audience outside of social media that came from social media, that you fully own and control, that you can text message and that you can email at your discretion. And so it really is like, this type of strategy doesn't even require you to build a website or a funnel, but you can still build an email list that you can communicate to. So now you have an alternative medium to communicate with all your followers on social media that are engaging with your content in addition to requesting information. So it's really cool. So if you would like to get training on this, on what I just covered on systems, and also uh, hang out with John, Nadia, myself, and some other 6 and 7 figure earners in person or virtually, I'm going to pull up a link right now where you can basically. Well, I'm gonna share with you what it is we're doing. I got the link here. John gave me the link, and I'm going to share it with you guys. So bear with me. Okay. Should have done this before the call, but oh well. All right. Let's share. Uh, hold on. Okay, got it. All right. So there is an event that John, myself, and a bunch of our 6 and 7 figure students are going to be at in Los Angeles, but there is a live stream option. So regardless of how you choose to participate, one of the speakers I share with you right now. This event is called Digital Networker Live, and I'm going to drop the link. It's mylifestyleacademy.com uh, /digital. So mylifestyleacademy.com /digital. Desi, you can put it in the chat of all the Facebook lives. That'd be awesome, and I'll share it as well. But this event, you go to mylifestyleacademy /digital, and actually, I can do it here. Okay, I think I just sent to everybody. Okay, I can't do that. Anyway, so Digital Network Live is happening on July 18th to the 21st. And I'm going to like skip all this stuff and just tell you who's going to be there. And you can join us virtually or in person. Obviously, myself and my mentor has been building network marketing businesses online since 1999. Tim Merway, he's the father of attraction marketing, and he's going to be training there. We have one of our early students of attraction marketing, who's actually my colleague, who now owns his own network marketing company, using what he learned from us many, many years ago. And he's done over $1 billion in sales in his own network marketing company using attraction marketing. Beck Sadek, 7 figure earner. Rob Sperry is going to be speaking at this event. Mike Dillard, who's one of my mentors, remember I said my mentors, Mike and Tim? Mike Dillard is exclusive to our community. He's actually coming to train at the event because we have actually partnered with creating some of the systems that I talked about, the AI systems and the platform that we talked about. And so we're going to talk about more about that platform, as how you can automate and have an AI bot basically do the prospecting for you and create other systems that help create more leverage in your business. John, Nadia Melton will be there. Simon Chan will be there. So many incredible people. Andrea Clark is going to be there because she's actually going to be training on this exact Instagram strategy with Reels and actually showing you live examples of exactly what she did. Her approach is very story based and it's very personalized and heavily branded for her, which actually converts the best. She's a multiple 6-figure earner in network marketing. And so these are the people training at this event. It's going to be at the Westin LAX Hotel. And we also have a pre-event workshop that is 100% focused on AI automation and systems workshop. This pre-event workshop is in person only. The main event we're going to broadcast either live stream or in person. But if you want to participate in the AI automation part of it, which I talked about, you can come to this workshop in person, and you can read all about it there. And you can basically register right here. And when you click on register, you're going to be taken to this page, and you're going to see the general admission, general plus workshop, and all access and executive pass option. But if you want to choose live stream option is down here. So live stream is $297. So $297 for live stream. But if you want to come in person is actually less expensive than live stream, but it's obviously a way better experience. And so that's what we're doing. That's what's happening. We're going to be training on this stuff. You're going to be able to learn from 6 and 7-figure earners in the network marketing space on how to crush your network marketing business. And here's the bonus. I did a 3-day workshop literally a week and a half ago with some of our students on that, where we went into deep detail on all the systems for leverage that we create. So I actually did training on the exact training that I give you guys here today. I actually did some more in-depth training at that workshop, but we also trained on how to integrate the AI sales bot and how to do that and how to set that up. And I also created, it was called the AI systems and automation workshop. We're going to redo that workshop in person at the event before the main event. We're not going to live stream that, but if you register, this week and book your ticket, we're going to give you a recording of that workshop. We're going to give you a recording of that workshop that we did a week and a half ago, so that, because that workshop really is nuts and bolts detailed, and it's actually an implementation workshop. And so we're going to give, for those of you who attend the event, attend the and out through live stream or attend in person. If you come in person and hang out with John, Nadia, and myself and everybody else, either way, whatever's more convenient for you, we're after the event, we're going to give you a copy of that in-depth training on how we're currently using AI to automate so many aspects of the business, our business, and the businesses of our leaders who are students here at Attraction Marketing. And so I'm going to be having a conversation with John because I got to share some of these systems with him as well. So I'm going to loop him in as well, and Nadia as well. And so, but if you want to have basically the most cutting edge training on how to use AI and automation, then you want to attend this event. You want to see how these leaders are using different types of systems. One of my students is actually going to be training on how she's taken her team from 15,000 to 100,000 people in under 2 years using a special duplication system. So she's going to be training on that. So the theme of all of this is leverage and AI and systems. And so we're going to give you basically all the training that you're going to need through this Digital Network Live, and then the recordings of a workshop that we did for our students who are members. They paid thousands of dollars to be a part of this workshop. We'll give you a copy of that workshop when you attend Digital Network Live, either in person or through live stream. Either way, we're not going to push you to do in person if you don't want to, but you can certainly do live stream, and you can choose. And that's the link right there in the chat. And John and I are going to have a more in-depth conversation about the event, maybe, or about some other things. I know he wants to now pick my brain because I just spilled the beans on some of the system stuff we're working on. And so we're probably going to have a conversation in a couple weeks in front of you guys about this. But this offer for getting the AI systems and automation workshop as a bonus, a 3-day workshop that other students paid no less than $6,000 to access, we're going to give you as a bonus, but it's going to be delivered after the event, because that's where at the event you're going to have speakers and trainers, and they're going to speak about what they're currently doing. But then if you want the nuts and bolts how-to information on how to implement all this stuff, you'll get a copy of that AI systems and automation workshop, and we'll deliver it immediately after the event. We just want to make sure you guys attend, because this is a workshop that, again, students paid $6,000 to be a part of, minimum to be a part of. And so we want to make sure that the people who are actually attending and being at this event get access to that workshop. So is that fair? If you guys are cool, drop me a number 10 in the chat. Let me know that is fair. Massive value for what it's paying, convenient for you. If you want to come hang out with John, Nadia, myself, and all these amazing people in person, we welcome that. And you can get your tickets for that. Or if you want to attend a live stream, we have an option for that too. But Attraction Marketing, what we do, and the reason we work so closely with John and Nadia, is because we've committed to stay on the cutting edge of all the things that are really cool. And the reason today there's no time in the history of network marketing or the history of attraction marketing has some pretty advanced systems become more accessible. In the past, you had to become a coder, a programmer, or you have to be techie in some way. It's becoming easier and easier, which is really cool for me, because these are the things I'm most excited about. I am a person that loves leverage. I love automation, because that is true lifestyle freedom. And this is my Lifestyle Academy is the group. And so that's the theme of it. So you have to do that through leverage. And one of the ways to create leverage is through systems. And you don't have to wait till you're a seven-figure earner to have systems in place, you can use some AI tools today to create leverage, not just to create content for you. I gave you a great template, on this call where you can go to now ChatGPT and say, "Hey, create content following this structure for a short article," and you can do that. But that's creating content for you. But now you can actually have AI and automation do a lot of the grunt work for you, which is really cool. Now, all of this applies only if you want to build a six-figure business. So if you don't want to build a six-figure business, it doesn't apply to you. But if you want to build a six-figure business or bigger, then you'll definitely want to attend Digital Networker Live and hang out with John and Nadia and myself in Los Angeles on July 18th and that weekend. And then we'll give you a 3-day workshop that we just finished for our students who minimum paid $6,000 to access that workshop. We'll give you a copy of that workshop and we'll deliver it right after the event. So you have some things to actually put into action and follow step by step to create 5 different systems for your business that are going to blow your business up. So that's it, guys. I appreciate the allowing me to go a little long. I wanted to make sure that I covered as much content as I could and make the bulk of what I was going to talk about content and as little as possible pitching you guys something. But I did pitch you guys something, which is come hang out with us. For $300, you can attend virtually. For $200, you can come hang out with John Nadia. There's going to be no more than 150 people at this event. So it's going to be a very intimate environment, but there's going to be between 20 and 30 six-figure plus earners in the room. So the ratio is in your favor, basically 5-to-1 six-figure earner plus to attendee, which I like those odds. That means there's a lot of networking and there's nowhere for them to hide. Our speakers are sitting where you're sitting. There's no green room. There's no back room. There's no place to hide. We'll be hanging out. We'll be networking, connecting with people, giving hugs, taking pictures, all that stuff. It's a small hotel, so it's not very big. And we're capping it at 150 people attending the event. We have about 80 people registered already. We're about 2 months out. So go book your ticket if you want to be there in person. But if you can't for whatever reason, I want to join through live stream, join the live stream and we can hang out. If you do either one, doesn't matter, live stream or in person, we'll hook you up with the recordings of that AI systems and automation workshop. That's it, guys. Take care. Desi, you can end the live because I'm done and I'll see you guys in a couple weeks and we'll share more value.